How's it going, YouTube? This is Paul here from 508 LAX talking to you today about the Spyderco Tenacious. The blade is 3 3/8 inches long, made of 8CR13 MOV steel. The handle is made out of G10, which is textured moderately well. It's not great, but it's not too bad either. The handle is fully steel lined. The liners are drilled out though. You can see how the liners are drilled out to reduce weight. You can also see how the knife has a flow-through design, so dirt and mud and such will flow right through. However, it will get caught in the drilled out liners, so you will have to clean the knife every once in a while. The knife also features phosphor bronze bushings, as you might be able to see the bronze color down there. Of course, the phosphor bronze bushings allows for a very fast deployment. Let's talk about the pocket clip. The pocket clip is very nice. It's a very stiff, strong pocket clip that can be mounted on any side of the knife, front, back, side to side. The knife comes shipped in a tip-down configuration right there, and I moved it to the other side. At the time I did not have any Torx bits, so as you can see I used a Dremel tool and filed down the screws to make them into flathead screws. That works just fine, but it doesn't look very nice. Now is also a good time to show you the lanyard hole at the one end. It is steel lined, so it will not scuff up your lanyard at all. It's very nice, high quality. Going back to the pocket clip, it rides about this far out of your pocket, which is just enough for you to grab onto to extract the knife. Here's an example of what the knife will look like in your pocket. Very discreet, but yet enough to hold on to grab out. Spyderco Tenacious uses a liner lock, which I find to be very nice. Most liner locks will hurt your thumb after using them for a long time. However, this one is made just right. There's enough of the tang showing that you can get a nice grasp on it with your thumb without hurting your thumb. The liner is also jimped so you can grasp onto it easier, which makes it very comfortable to open and close. It also snaps open with authority. I like that clicking noise that tells you that it's open and ready to go. As you saw before, the deployment speed on the Spyderco Tenacious is excellent. Just one solid flick and it'll come right out. No problem at all. Of course you can go slow too if you want. If you're in public or something and you think that people might mistake that for a switchblade, which they clearly could. It comes out quite fast. In fact, here's an assisted opening knife, the SOG Trident, and that has a spring in it, and it comes out just as fast. I don't think that you can tell a difference in speed. I can't. The knife does not come out that fast when you first buy it. It does take a while to break in, but once you do, it is great. Spyderco Tenacious does have an adjustable pivot screw. You can loosen it up to make it even faster, or tighten it up to eliminate any blade play. Now the knife does come with excellent lockup. There is a little bit of side-to-side movement. You can hear that. I could tighten that up if I wanted to, but it doesn't bother me that much. The up and down, however, is solid, which is really what you care about more. Now, as you can see, the knife also has a run of jimping on the thumb ramp in the back, which I find to be very effective. The jimping is almost like small saw teeth that just digs into your finger. Works great. Along with that thumb ramp, you've got excellent traction. Actually, the overall ergonomics of the knife are outstanding. As you can see, you can just wrap your hand around the knife and it fits perfectly. For regular grip or even reverse grip, both feel great. And this knife weighs 4 ounces, which is fine for me. I don't mind. It lets you know you've got something substantial in your hand, but it doesn't bother you when you have it in your pocket. Another thing I like about this knife is when it is in your pocket, it doesn't bother you too much. I'm the kind of guy who keeps other things in the pocket that I keep my knife in, so when I go in to reach something else, my hand does run along the blade, but it's smooth enough that it doesn't bother my hand. Whereas the SOG Trident has all this stuff going on the side and the thumb stud, so when I reach in, it's uncomfortable against the side of my hand. Just a small detail. However, one thing you may notice is that it is an awfully fat knife when it is closed. That means it's very wide in this direction compared to, say, a Kershaw Skyline. It's like 1.5 times as thick, which when it's in your pocket it doesn't matter, but it does create an overall fatter appearance. Now the knife is very sharp out of the box, coming at about a 30-degree angle. However, I have used this knife for about 9 months now, and I have had to resharpen it, and it takes an edge very well. One of the classic cut tests is the old paper test. As you can see, it's relatively sharp. I could probably do for a touch-up. Alright, let's cut something else. How about an apple? Now the Spyderco Tenacious also does a great job at food preparation. So let's say that you wanted to cut this apple up. Does the job great. That full flat grind helps a lot. The knife kind of looks like a kitchen knife almost, don't you think? And that full flat grind really does help cutting. For those of you that are not familiar with grinds, a full flat grind means that the knife is fattest at the top, and then it gradually gets down to a very thin edge. This type of grind is ideal for slicing and really a whole bunch of tasks. It's a really utilitarian grind on knives, and I like it a lot. Now speaking of a sharp edge, I do keep a very sharp edge on all my knives, and I use the Spyderco Sharp Maker to do so. Now I use the 40-degree angle on my Tenacious, as I don't think it would hold a 30-degree angle very well. I mean, the steel is pretty nice, 18 8CR 13 MOV, but it's not the greatest. It's not as good as VG10 or S30V, so 40-degree edge should do just fine. You can see the stamp there, along with the Spyderco emblem. On the other side, it just says China. Now one thing that I like to do with my Tenacious is, and I'm sure you've seen this before, is the old zip tie Emerson mod. That's right, all Spydercos allow you to do this. You simply put a zip tie through the hole, tighten it like so, and you just cut off the excess. I'm using a Leatherman Squirt P4. Then you have yourself a little Emerson mod. Those of you who do not know what this is, I'll give you a little demonstration. So overall, the Spyderco Tenacious, I think it's an excellent knife to use in either EDC or possible defensive situations. It's a good size, good weight, great feel, good quality construction, and you can get this all for about 30 bucks. It's an outstanding deal. I think everybody should have one of these. It's just an amazing knife, and I don't think I've seen a knife as good as this for the price anywhere else. So I recommend you get one. Alright, have a nice day.